So today's workout, we do need the hand weights, 5 to 8 pounds I think would be great. But we also have a nice combination of just a little bit of cardiovascular work, so we'll keep the aerobic capacity up, then we'll go into some strength training, and then back to some aerobic work. So we're going to start out with skaters. And skaters, we just want to really keep it big, like you're swinging the arms, swinging the legs, just take up that space so that we're really working to the hips while we raise the heart rate. So begin when you're ready. Ten more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we'll go into core work. So we're going to come down to the floor. We can go into a side plank, or you can go into a leg lift and hold. So the side plank, the bottom oblique is working. With the leg lift, it's the top oblique that's working. All right, good. Our timer's on. We're all doing the leg lift. Awesome. So just keeping those legs stuck together. Legs are our weights, and our upper oblique is holding those weights up off the ground. Relax neck and shoulders. Feeling this top oblique crunch. Keep that weight off the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. All right, begin whenever you're ready. Legs stay stuck together. Feeling this top oblique. The other side. Ten seconds. Making this muscle work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, now we're going to go back to aerobic work, where this is really a full body exercise. We're going to move into inchworms. Try and keep your legs as straight as you can, as long as you can, so you get a nice active stretch. You're going to walk out, find your plank, then lock in here, and then hips up, hands walk back, find your toes. You can stand up if you want to and then roll back down, or just keep going in and out. All right, begin when you're ready. Move slow through this one. Hang out on that plank for a second or two, and then walk it back using those arms. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Now we'll be moving over to the wall. We're going to do what's called a timeout squat. So this timeout squat, you are facing into the wall, and you're getting as close to that wall as you can. Like your nose is like basically right up against that wall, and you're going to move into a squat. And the goal is you're as close to the wall as possible without touching it. And so what that's going to do is it's going to kind of force a more upright position. So more abs, more back is involved. And it's just kind of changing the way that we're going to approach the squat for a different kind of challenge. All right, so just setting up, you'll adjust throughout, no problem. Try and get as close as you can, go into your first squat. If you're nowhere near touching the nose or the knees to the wall, you can take a step forward or take a step back if you did run into the wall. All right, so just moving through this nice and slow. Feel how this is changing the work through the posture muscles, through the back. It just gives you some awareness of how you typically move into a squat. If you tend to fold forward, this is going to be a little bit harder for you. It's going to turn on more of the back muscles. You might just feel that those abs are having to work a little bit more. Do keep looking straight forward. Excuse me. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest. All right, now we're going to just turn around and we're going to let these hips hinge back into the wall so your feet are away from the wall. You're getting a little stretch behind the legs and go as parallel to the floor as you can. You're going to be looking down from here. What we'll do here is we're going to open up as a T, so squeeze those shoulder blades together, lower the arms down, and then lift up in a Y. And let's have those thumbs pointed up in both of those directions. So thumbs up in your T, come down, thumbs up in your Y, come down. Keep those abs tight while you're here, just long neutral neck. Good. So we're just moving at your own pace. This is purposely working mid-back once again and upper back for those posture muscles. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, let's go back to our skaters. So we're going to get the heart rate up again. We're here for 1 minute. Begin when you're ready. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and moving into abs. So last time we all did the leg lift, so let's just do that again. We'll lay on your side, legs are your weights. So you can stay here, this will be what we'll call level 1. Level 2, we'll do some little flutters, just to give the abs a little something extra to work with. So begin when you're ready, keeping those legs long off the ground. Top oblique is still holding the weight up. The rest of your core is stabilizing because these legs are moving, but the rest of you is not. So we're not letting this upper body shimmy around. Staying very strong, centered. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. So we'll just do the same thing to the other side, whether you're just holding in place or going into that little flutter. And begin whenever you're ready. So we're really working in this top oblique. This is still the main muscle that we're focusing on. So again, legs are just our weights. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are back to inchworm. So we're purposely raising the heart rate, moving the body, more upper body and ab dominant. Get that stretch in those legs, walk it out, lock into plank. That includes squeezing those cheeks. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And we're going to take it back to our wall for our timeout squats. So just standing as close to that wall as you can and still able to squat. We're trying to not make contact with the wall. Begin when you're ready. Breathing normally. You're basically looking right into the wall. You might feel a little cross-eyed, so feel free to close your eyes if that's better. Looking really good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, great. All right, and then we'll just turn around. We'll let those hips rest into the wall. So this allows us to really get into that parallel position. Because think of gravity. Gravity is working with us. So it's coming down on the length of the back. The entire back is working. Thumbs up, squeeze the shoulder blades together in a T. Down with the arms, and then up in a Y. Okay, so feeling how that's a little different, working into that mid to upper back. Just looking down at the ground. Abs are supporting that low back. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. End of round 2. So we'll just take a little recovery break, grab some water if you need it, and we'll come back to another minute in our skaters. You guys seem well recovered already. Okay, shall we? Back to a minute in skaters. Begin when you're ready. Just setting the pace and trying to keep it. Big steps, so we're giving the hips something to work with. Ten seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down for oblique work. So this time to change it up, we're going to keep those legs stuck together and they're going to do tiny little lifts. Okay, so we'll get a little bit more even of a crunch. Kind of think of bringing that hip bone towards the bottom of your rib as you lift those legs. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Begin whenever you're ready. It's not about the leg lift, it's about how your oblique is lifting the legs. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And we're back to our inchworm one more time. Begin whenever you're ready. These do not have to be fast. And 3, 2, 1. Great. And back over to the wall. Last time for these timeout squats. Begin whenever you're ready. Adjust as needed. Abs stay on. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And our last one, add a hip hinge into the wall. Squeeze shoulder blades together, down, and then reach in a Y overhead. And the whole time you're just looking down at the floor. So your head positioning does not move, just moving those arms. Nice job. Way to be very parallel. That looks great. That's how we get that entire back activated. So it's activated, but it's gentle. So our lower back, mid back, upper back are all working together, and your abs are turned on from the bottom, so you have support from those abs as well. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. All right, we are done with that sequence. Take another water break if you need it, and then we're going to come back to something new. Now we will need our hand weights for this set. First exercise, actually, we're not going to use those hand weights quite yet. Let's come down to the floor. We're going to work abs. So I have our more advanced option as V-ups. Okay, so this will be level 2. V-ups, you start all the way flat, and your upper body and lower body come up together, crunch, and then you slowly lengthen back down, opening out, keeping those abs on the whole time. So even when I'm lengthened out here, I'm going to keep these abs on for my very next rep. Okay, if you want to modify this one a little bit, we can just do the legs. So maybe you place those hands underneath the tailbone, you'll extend those legs, bring them back to tabletop. Extend the legs, bring them back to tabletop. So whatever's going to be best for you, because we don't want the low back taking over, we want this to be all abs. Choosing which one you'd like to do, level 1 or level 2, begin when you're ready. Excellent, good pace. Breathing with your movement. Ten seconds to go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let's come up to standing with our hand weights. We're going to go into bicep curls. So just palms facing forward to begin. You're going to curl up towards your shoulders, let all the way out. You're standing tall. The core is a little bit active. Both feet planted to the floor. Begin when you're ready. And 3, 2, 1. Then we transition to overhead pressing. All the way up by your ears, down, tap your shoulders. Abs are still on a little bit. Maybe you can stand with a slight pelvic tuck if you're starting to feel like your low back wants to tighten up on you. We're trying not to lean back. Okay, so this is a bad example of an overhead press. Leaning back, trying to get your range of motion, losing your core and smashing into your low back is definitely not a healthy pattern. So we're locking it up, keeping those abs on. Glutes can help. 2, 1, rest. Good. All right, now we're going to come back down for abs. We're going to do a combo, really hitting into the low abs. It's okay to place the hands underneath the tailbone again. That just helps to keep that low back down so that we can keep that low back from taking over. From here, we're going to do a reverse crunch. Exhale. Inhale, slowly, both toes will tap to the floor, keeping that low back planted down. Exhale, reverse crunch. Slow toe tap on the inhale. And so now just moving at your own pace. These are both done very, very slowly. Keep the neck and shoulders relaxed. That reverse crunch does not need to be a very high lift. It's more of a curl than a lift. Just curling in towards your nose. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Let's come over onto your hands and knees now. We're going to go into a straight leg glute lift. So we're going to flex the foot back here, keep the legs straight, abs are on, and you're just going to squeeze that cheek at the top, tap that toe back down. Begin whenever you're ready, and we're just very glute focused on that one side as we keep the neck long, just looking down at the floor, shoulders out of your ears. Equal weight between your hands, that should kind of help keep that upper body relaxed. And the core is on. Three, 2, 1, and we're just going to switch right over. Keep those abs on. Here we go. Looks good. Torso is nice and still. That's great. Tell me that you have core stability and strength. Leg is about hip height. Doesn't need to be any higher than that. And just a good squeeze into that cheek. 3, 2, 1. Great. First round down, so we're going to go back to our first ab exercise. Level 2 is that full V-up. Level 1 is the knee extensions. I guess leg extensions. So extend, bring it back to tabletop. Low back stays down the whole time. The lower the legs go, the harder it's going to be. Begin whenever you're ready. Just kind of set a breathing rhythm for yourself here. Maybe exhale when you extend the legs. Inhale, bring them back. Whatever feels natural, and that you can just concentrate on that rhythm. Stay consistent with your rhythm. Keep pushing that low back into the floor. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Next, we're going to come back up for our bicep curls. Grabbing your weights. This time, we're going to take a wide row. So it looks like this. Elbows are kind of stuck into your sides. We're going to have the palms facing out, and then they'll curl to kind of like the center of your shoulder, and then back out wide again. This should be pain-free. If it is somehow straining the muscles or the elbows, just go regular bicep curl. No problem. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's transition to our overhead press. Begin when you're ready. This does require core activation. Stay stacked in your posture, head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and hips over feet. Exhale overhead, inhale down. We want full range of motion. It's okay to bring those elbows back down to your sides. They kind of tap into your ribs. And 3, 2, 1. Good. We are back to abs. We'll come back down. This is our combination of reverse crunch to toe taps. Moving slow in both of these. It's going to really help you feel those low abs. Keep that belly button pulling down towards the spine. And when I say that, I don't mean to suck in your abs. That's definitely never anything that I'm saying. I'm just saying to be strong and pulled in. Three, 2, 1. Good. And let's go back to those hands and knees. Changing this one up a little bit. We're going to have a bent leg this time. So we still want the foot flexed. Bent knee. You can come down, not all the way to the floor, but down to then be able to pump up. So just get a little bit of a stretch in the cheek and then 110% contraction at the top. Abs stay on. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Same thing to the other side. Just begin whenever you're ready. Keep those abs on to support your low back. Pump that foot to the ceiling. Squeeze the bottom of your cheek. Just feeling that single cheek to relax everything else. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Let's take a breather. Yeah, child's pose is good. Shake out those wrists. All right, let's get to this last round. We're back to abs. So I think what's been working best is just going into these leg extensions, pinning that low back down. This way you can really concentrate on what you're doing with the core. Again, kind of just imagining that your legs are your weights and your abs are moving this weight. But really what they're doing is they're stabilizing and they're pinning that low back to the floor. And then you're breathing, just moving to the rhythm of your natural breath. And rest there. That was good. All right, we're back to arms. And I'm going to change this one up again for biceps. We're going to go into a circular motion like this. Halfway through, we're going to switch direction. So just keep it slow, full range of motion. Begin whenever you're ready. Don't forget about that posture. We're trying to keep neutral wrists. So try not to circle with the wrist, just circle with those muscles, right? So the elbows are moving, but it's our biceps that are doing the work. Switch direction. Three, 2, 1. All right, last time for our overhead pressing. Lock in the core. Begin. Got it. Posture looks solid. Nice work, everybody. Just looking forward. Lengthen through the top of your head. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Let's come back to abs. On your back. For our reverse crunch to toe taps. Move as slow as you can. You will feel it more. You'll get more benefit out of it. You'll be able to keep that neck and shoulders relaxed. Exhale, hollow out on that reverse crunch. You're going to feel that deeper contraction there on that hollow out, that flexing of the core, breathing out your air. 2, 1, and rest. And our last one, we're going to go back to some glute work. This time, moving into a hydrant. So our hydrant, we just take this bent knee out to the side. This can also be a clam opener on your side if you prefer that. That way you can get off those hands if you need to. Begin whenever you're ready. Try to still keep equal weight between your hands. Belly button is facing down to the floor, so there's no twisting or rotation through the hips. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we switch. Last time, last leg. Begin when you're ready. Ten seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. Grab more water if you need it. It's okay to go into a stretch or two if you need that, and then we're going to go into our cool down of our deep restorative breathing, and then into our gratitude practice. So we're really allowing that body for recovery, move back into our rest and digest mode, and then be able to finish the rest of our day with great energy. So get comfortable when you're ready and going into our breathing exercise of deep diaphragmatic breaths. So inhaling, feel expansion, and then that exhale is twice as long as that inhale. Letting all that air come out of the lungs to then expand nice and big for the next inhale. attitude. Great job. Feel free to continue to stretch or foam roll. Hope you feel great after that workout. Good energy. Thanks, guys.